Well, we welcome y'all to another week. And yes, Bacani is using me like a pillow. Yeah. You silly boy. Yeah. Well, it's 1:54 in the afternoon. Well, hi Chapo, how you doing? Yeah. See, look at that. It's pretty funny that Bacani is just using my back as a pillow. Yeah, good boy. See? That's alright. Good boy. Aw. Look at that. Just like old times, huh, pal? Yeah. You are a good boy, Bacani. Yeah. Good boy. Yeah, you love to use me like a pillow. That's okay. You're just getting you some rest. That's okay. Well, how many riders do we have for the small 2 o'clock? Well, I don't know. Well, anyway, yeah, I did something a little silly this morning. And, yeah, pretty much I went on a 2-mile walk. Man, I went with the horses. Yeah. Just relax. You okay, little boy? Yeah. I know. Our last goal of the day is get all these water troughs filled up before the sun goes down, and it gets extremely cold tonight. And, yeah, plus... Yeah. Oh, Bacani, what are you doing? You being a funny little boy, That's what I like about you, you know that, huh? Yeah, you can use me like a pillow, that's okay.
Hey, Jonathan?
Yeah.
When you get a second, will you come hold on to Arizona for me?
Of course. I'll be right there. Well, I'd be right there. Yeah, I'd be right there. Of course I will. Well, gotta say, that was pretty much short and sweet on that one clip right there. And yeah, so far today was a shit show like nothing else. Seeing 2 people just mostly take out the rides, and the volunteers just continue to work hard and have no reinforcement whatsoever. You know, early this morning, Benji was really upset. And yes, he actually told one of the volunteers to stop working. And knowing that we don't get paid, you know, and knowing that it's unfair that, you know, the people that are there that are hourly associates that get paid, you know, they should be the ones doing those chores. I see a lot of things that have went on today. And so far things are still, you know, not a mere coincidence of people just doing whatever they want and then being lazy about it. So yeah, not a good day on filming this episode. I was kind of upset that, people are going around, and they're riding the horses and they're not even doing the ranch work. And this question is, are these boys and girls important to this ranch? Our customers, are they important? Because they're the ones who pay your dadgum paychecks. I mean, they ought to be. And it would have been nice to see if the volunteers, the ones that work hard, should get a paycheck. Maybe that's what Lana needs to think about, is the lazy people that don't do anything, they need to get out. They need to either find a new job or get terminated, one of the two. But what I saw today was just unbelievable, and what I've witnessed. And so far, this video, this episode, it was embarrassing, I mean, I couldn't even film anything because that one guy just showed up out of nowhere and, literally barking orders, just riding his horse, and telling inappropriate jokes, and, I just couldn't film. And I really wanted to. I really wanted to say, hey, you know what? Let's film this episode. Let's try to get it out to the people who love this show so much like I do. And apparently today, it was a debacle on what I saw today. I saw people just ride their horse. And the volunteers that literally worked their butts off, they didn't get to go on any rides. The rides were all hogged up. Nothing's changed out of that whole ordeal. Kind of upsetting. And I can see why Benji was upset early this morning. I don't blame him. If I was him, I would have been upset too. I would have said, hey, if things don't change, that's bad. It makes West Creek look bad. And yeah, it kind of did this morning. That people are just going back to their old ways. And if things do not change, I probably might just give up trying. And me, I don't like to give up. I don't like to give up on West Creek or Lana or anybody there. I'm there to help our people excel to better great expectations, and that's what I really want to do. I really want to see our people being happy. I don't want to see our people upset, and that's just not a way to run a business. We run a business to help one another, to a lot of things, and this laziness, this shit show, it needs to go away. And that's what it needs to do, and this is a bad habit, and this habit is what's killing this business. And really it is. This business is so important to Lana, to me, to Benji, to everybody. And, we want our customers to be happy. We want to excel to greatness. And if these employees are going to sit down, do absolutely nothing, and be lazy, ride their horse, then, we don't need them there. We demand change. We demand that West Creek, we demand that it needs to be great again. You know, I mean, this place needs to be great again. It needs to be better. It needs to be better for everybody. I'm just saying that. But, yeah, I tell you. You know, and I kind of find it obvious why things haven't changed for the past year, and now people are just going back to the way that it is. You know, and kind of upsetting why we didn't film a whole half hour or maybe even 2 episodes today. But, you know, tomorrow I'm going to try to go back. I'm going to try to at least get 1 or 2 episodes and try to get it out there for you guys. And yes, it is cold tonight. And yeah, they had to blanket all the horses. They took my partner down to the farm. And so on. But anyway, I gotta say, I hope Benji watches this episode and says, you know what? There will be change on the West Creek Ranch. There will be greater expectations. If volunteers are working their tail ends off, and these employees that are getting paid by the hour, they're sitting down and doing absolutely nothing, you know, it ought to be the volunteers getting paid by the hour, because they're working their asses off and they're not sitting around fooling around. They're working. And now I could tell why Benji is upset. I could tell why I am upset. That kind of makes a lot of people there look unprofessionalized. Their unprofessionalism is what's catching up with them. But to tell you one thing, if things don't change, I don't want to say what I'm fixing to say, but if things don't change, I'm going south and away from the company. Because I might have to resign. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to leave the people that I love. I don't want to leave Picani behind, knowing that he's going to miss me. And I just don't want to do that. I love West Creek. I love the way that things are, but things need to change. You know, and maybe Lana will think about it. Maybe she'll say, hey, you know, if these volunteers are working their tail ends off, and these people that are sitting down, that are not doing anything, and yes, they do ride their horse. You know, they hog up the trail rides and not let anybody else go on the trail rides. The people that work hard should go on the trail rides. And yeah, they should. No, and yeah, that one guy that I was telling you guys about, he got rehired back, well, last year. And yeah, so far things were quiet without him. Maybe they'll reconsider and say, hey, you know, you're gone again. You're gone from this ranch. People deserve better, you know, and he constantly bullied people around, and maybe things will change. Maybe they'll tell him, look, you're not the boss of these people. You're not the boss of anybody. You're an employee. You're working here, getting paid by the hour. And look, this guy that's been here, who's almost been here for 2 years, you know, and my anniversary's coming up. I mean, we look at the 27th, which that is on a Tuesday. And yeah, we look at the volunteers, you know, the people that are working their tail ends off. You know, they deserve to be paid because they're carrying out the tasks and they're making sure that this ranch is being provided for these people. Because we care about our people. Like, I care about our visitors, our people that come. And, the number one thing what I care about is seeing people being happy. I don't want to see people, get off the ride and say, oh, what a terrible experience we have seen. And I don't want to see people say that, because they write a review and they say, this one person did this, did that, and it was just stupid. Worst experience ever. I don't want people to literally write that, because not only does that make West Creek look bad, it makes me look bad, it makes Alana look bad, it makes Benji look bad, it makes everybody look bad. To be quite honest, it does. And yeah, it kind of makes me want to leave after what I saw today. It's embarrassing. And I'm going to try to go back and try again. And that's what I'm going to try to do tomorrow, and get these episodes going and get season 2 finished off. And I would say this: West Creek is supposed to be a place for happy people. For people that want to get away from all the evil that's going on. Look at it this way, guys. There's so much evil going on in the world today that we already know. And we're trying to run away from that. We're trying to have therapy. These horses are the kind of therapy that we need in these dark days. And, that's what all of us need these days, is we need to find our true happiness. And that's what all of us need to do. And so far we all look at it. I think so, and I think that's what West Creek needs to be. It's a place of pure happiness where there's love and there's laughter and people are happy. We want people to write reviews about what they experienced. And, we want them to come back, and we want them to have a peaceful ride with us. A ride where they're like, man, this is so good, going through the West Creek woodlands and just saying, hey, you know what, this is peaceful. You're on a horse. The horse will take care of you. And, we have to, we have to be there for our people. And that's the only thing that we have to be there for. And then to give these boys and girls what they truthfully deserve. And that's to deserve what they should have deserved a long time ago is, to live a life that they should love. And any pursuit to ideals, and, to see what they should deserve. But, I guess that's what it is these days. But hopefully, things will change. I sure hope so. But anyway, I do apologize for this episode. And I know it's going to have to be what it is. I'm trying to pump out content. I'm trying to get season 2 done. But as we look at it before, with all the negativity running around on this ranch, and people doing whatever they want to do. You know, these employees. We look at the unprofessionalism that's going on there. We look at it. It's not funny. And most importantly, yeah, it will scare away the customers. And if it scares away the customers, West Creek will fall. I don't want to see that. I don't think anybody around here wants to see that happen to this great and wonderful business. I hope and pray that West Creek will be strong. And we need workers that will put effort in. The workers need to get their acts together. Everybody needs to get their acts together. Quit playing around. You know, and if there's chores that need to be done, there needs to be chores being done. Whether you're doing waters, you're cleaning out horse pens, you're getting rid of the crap that's in them, or, you know, you do something else. You know, you need to really stay busy. And don't let the volunteers do the job. Volunteers are working hard enough as it is, and they don't get paid for nothing. That's kind of the sad part about it. I wish people like me and this one other guy should get paid. You know, and I really wish that would happen. You know, that would be nice. But anyway, as I said before, you know, I hope things change. I mean, really, I do. But anyway, we're going to try again tomorrow. We're going to see if we could get a big episode. Hopefully things will be better. Things will quiet down. And, you know, we don't have these people just running around acting like a bunch of knuckleheads. I mean, good grief. But anyway, yeah, we'll try again tomorrow. So, anyway, well, y'all have a good night. And again, I apologize. And we'll have another one tomorrow.